resurgence of Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Now, Aaron Wan-Bissaka joined Manchester United back in the 2019-2020 season under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That was also the summer where we bought Daniel James and Harry Maguire. But this is a video about Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Now, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, as we know, is one of the best defensive one-on-one fullbacks in the Premier League. But throughout his career at Manchester United and Crystal Palace, he's always been compared and thrown into the deep end with the likes of Kyle Walker, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Reece James. And the fact that he's compared to them great fullbacks is, for me, a complete honour and praise towards how good Aaron Wan-Bissaka actually is. Now, over recent years, he hasn't been as known as this amazing attacking fullback for the modern game. But under Erik ten Hag, the resurgence of Aaron Wan-Bissaka has begun. And the fact that he's revived his career as a Manchester United player, for me, is absolutely incredible. Considering in January, just after the World Cup had ended, Manchester United were looking for a new right-back. Aaron Wan-Bissaka seemed to be on his way out of the door. Manchester United had multiple offers available for him, and Manchester United were looking at Jeremy Frimpong as the right-back replacement. But what happened? Aaron Wan-Bissaka completely stepped up, took his opportunity when Diogo Dalot got injured in the World Cup, and decided that he wants to stay at Manchester United, fight for his place, and prove everyone wrong who doubted him. Now, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, for me, I just love the way that this whole fairy tale Cinderella story has come around, because he was on his way out of the door for Manchester United, and then he took an opportunity and is now arguably at one of our first defenders on the team sheet. Now, for me, well, you might be thinking, what is he on about? But Diogo Dalot, for me, very good right back as well when it comes to the attacking threat. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is equally as good, in my opinion, at going forward now. But also, in my opinion, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is clear when it comes to defensive actions. But that is no disrespect to Diogo Dalot. Diogo Dalot is a very good right back, like I've just said. But Aaron Wan-Bissaka under Erik ten Hag, an actual proven coach, this is where United have failed over the last several years. Because you look at managers like Ralf Rangnick and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, where these managers have failed to actually improve players. Because for me, until Erik ten Hag actually showed up to Manchester United, I don't believe Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, Bruno Fernandes were getting the development that they needed. Because I still see them as the same players as they were when Erik ten Hag stepped in. But now, under Erik ten Hag, over that season, we've seen Marcus Rashford just increase in value, in experience, in confidence, in just quality. Marcus Rashford has completely excelled and proven everybody wrong. Jadon Sancho, I see with Erik ten Hag in pre-season. Jadon Sancho's becoming a lot more sharper, a lot more aware, and Erik ten Hag is drilling into him about how to make himself a much better player. And the same's happened with Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Garnacho, and many more players, because this is what happens when you have an established, proven coach at your club. So for me, Aaron Wan-Bissaka has always been an equally great defensive right back, and I still compare him to one of the best one-on-one defenders in the world. Hardly anyone dribbles past him, and even if they somehow get a foot in front of him, he'll tackle you with that amazing scoop turn slide tackle. And you know, if you don't know what I'm on about, here's an amazing example of Manchester United in last season. So Manchester United played Crystal Palace away from home, and Olise scores a beautiful free kick, and it goes 1-1 for the equaliser. But then in the 90th minute, Manchester United get broken on the counter-attack by Crystal Palace, and Wilfried Zaha is through one-on-one. David De Gea looks like he's not going to save the shot, and what happens? Aaron Wan-Bissaka comes out of nowhere with a scoop turn tackle to stop Wilfried Zaha in his tracks. Wilfried Zaha even came out and said in his post-match press conference that any other player in world football wouldn't be able to do that scoop turn tackle. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is the only player that knows how to do that tackle and stop wingers and attackers in their tracks. And that's a massive praise from Wilfried Zaha, because obviously he spent a lot of his career with Aaron Wan-Bissaka when they were both at Crystal Palace. But I just love how Aaron Wan-Bissaka has completely revived his career at Manchester United, because again, like I said, he was on his way out the door. He was being compared and linked to the likes of Jeremy Frimpong, and he was on his way out to the likes of West Ham, back to Crystal Palace. There was many offers as well in Europe, but them clubs were undisclosed, and we don't know the actual names of who actually came in for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. But the injury of Diogo Dalot obviously kind of terrible because it did set Diogo Dalot. And Diogo Dalot hasn't really revived his career and stepped up from how good he was performing earlier in the season. But with Aaron Wan-Bissaka, he took his step, he took his chance, and he succeeded. And this is what I love to see, because Aaron Wan-Bissaka, like I said, his foot was out the door and he was almost on his way out. But then he got his opportunity and he took it. And the redemption arc of Aaron Wan-Bissaka has been increasing ever since. Now, when I talk about the development management of Erik ten Hag, I do believe that Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Diogo Dalot are two complete different fullbacks. It's blatantly obvious. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is a lot more comfortable in the defensive actions and defensively aware, when Diogo Dalot is the more attacking threat. But Aaron Wan-Bissaka, for me, is better at attacking than Diogo Dalot is defending. So if you counter each other out in their weaknesses and strengths, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, for me, is the better all-round right-back currently. And that's why he should be our starting right-back against Wolves on our opening game of the season of the 23-24 campaign. So let me know in the comments down below on what you think of Aaron Wan-Bissaka and the resurgence that he's had at Manchester United, because for me, I think he's absolutely brilliant. I look forward to seeing him get more and more confidence as he actually progresses and develops under Erik ten Hag, becoming a lot more of an attacking threat, because realistically he has a lot to improve on when it comes to his attacking work rate. But defensively, I still think we've got one of the one-on-one best defensive fullbacks in the world. And I'm not saying in the league, I'm saying in the world, because hardly any wingers get past him. And like I said, when he does, you've got to watch out for that scoop turn tackle, because you are not getting past Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And I just look forward to seeing what Erik ten Hag gets out of him throughout the season. But anyway, let me know in the comments down below on what you think of Aaron Wan-Bissaka's resurgence at Manchester United. Thank you for watching.